what's up guys? We're back again to completely troll ladder with a 2.0 Elixir Hog Rider cycle deck. Usually, ladder trolls you with crazy card combinations and counters that you didn't even know existed.
What is that one?
Leaving you wondering what you did to deserve such a horrible matchup. But today, we're changing it up to the point that ladder doesn't even know what we're playing. Our opponents will be so confused when we cycle 4 1 elixir cost cards and get back to a Hog Rider before they can even think of getting back to their counter. This absurdly quick card cycle has no room for a big spell. So if I get to double or triple elixir, I'm probably going to get spell cycled because my opponent can actually afford all of their defenses. And it's going to put my skill to the ultimate test. Only using 1 elixir cost cards can I defend massive pushes. This deck is going to require a ton of fast decisions and precise placements. So let's go jump straight some ladder games, put my skill to the ultimate test, and assert dominance. Thanks to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. 2.0 Elixir is not something that opponents are ready to expect. I'm going to Fire Spirit out of the jump just to try to get some cheeky chip. If our opponent goes in for a Hog Rider, I'm going to go for Skeletons and Cannon for an even trade. Not necessarily the best interaction. If I had Ice Spirit there, I might have just gotten away with simple Skeletons plus Ice Spirit. Shut down the Hog Rider taking 1 hit. Isn't too bad. But let's go. We can fully unveil our strategy now of cycling all the 1 elixir cost cards in Clash Royale to get one of the best trades imaginable against this Mega Knight. So I'm going to go for an Electro Spirit here, and then I'm going to go in for the Ice Spirit afterward, and that should be able to pull it directly to the King Tower. So the one thing I don't like is Harry Potter isn't dying, so I'm going to have to log him to disrupt his attack animation. And we're in an okay spot. Psych! I just wish I had some type of mini tank that I was able to stop his wizard with, because I don't have Ice Golem, I don't have Valkyrie, I can't afford it in my deck because we're just a little bit poor out here with our 1 elixir cost cards. One thing that's for sure is I should not be letting my opponent get up a high elixir count because, oh wow, this is a Mega Knight Inferno Tower deck. I was going to say he could always afford answers, but now he's definitely going to afford answers in every single situation. Okay, Dark Goblin having to tank one of the... Ooh, okay, I guess it didn't matter because he's going to arrow it anyway. To say, tanking one of the Goblin hits for your Dark Goblin, that's probably not the best play. All right. If we can break through when he doesn't have his Mega Knight in cycle, that would be optimal. So I'm going to go in for an Ice Spirit and Fire Spirit. Oh my gosh, that's a minion horde. That worked out way better than I thought. Okay, maybe I can mess with this. I'm an Electro Spirit here. I'm just going to say that he doesn't know how to activate King Tower. Yeah, that's the play. Also, I figured it out. He thinks Hog Rider is the best win condition in the game, so he has 17 different answers to it. And he also is running Hog Rider himself because he's like, it's so good. Why can't I not? So he's going to Mega Knight here. Oh, he got back to an Inferno Tower. I don't have a big spell, so this is maybe going to be a problem. This could be a conundrum. I'm going to go for a Dark Goblin so we can snipe the Inferno Tower. It's probably going to bait out... I can't pre-log the Skeleton Army. I really wanted to, but at the same time, I was like, if I miss it, I'm going to look like a buffoon. I'm going to Ice Spirit here and then use the Fire Spirit trick if you guys have done this before. Oh, it still worked out. He missed it. If he hit those arrows on the Fire Spirit, I would have just gotten screwed and lost the game. But fortunately, that didn't work out for him. Looks like the Hog Rider is going to hammer through at least 1 hit. Okay, we vibe with that. Arrows are out of cycle because he tried to make a prediction on top of my Fire Spirit. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go in for a Fire Spirit afterward. I'm going to go for Skeletons again. And I think I might be able to get back to another cannon here. I'm going to Hog Rider at the exact same time just because I don't want to take any damage. And I want to make sure that his elixir count is low so he can't spam more stuff at me. He's maybe going to go for an arrows. We'll see what he decides to do. Looks like he only has Mega Knight in cycle. So if I get back to a Hog Rider, he shouldn't be able to deny all damage here. He's going to go in for a Mega Knight and he's still going to take some damage, I think. Unless I'm crazy, but the Ice Spirit should be able to make sure everything retargets. That's 1 Hog Rider hit. We are back in business, baby. I'm going to go in for a Electro Spirit here and then a Fire Spirit afterward. And then Skeletons and a Hog Rider as quickly as I can. As you guys are noticing, if I can keep the cannon alive, I think the Dark Goblin is able to put in the work. I'm going to pre-log the Skeleton Army. I didn't hit it down in time, but it's still fine. What if the Dark Goblin locks onto the tower? He might not be able to afford the Mega Knight in time. He's going to go for a random Inferno Tower. That hurts my soul to see that. It's pretty funny, though. If you guys are sick and tired of playing against all the random Mega Knight decks on ladder, maybe just switch to a memeier version of your deck, and then they'll just get confused. They'll be like, wait, he's out-cycling my 2 counters. I have an Inferno Tower and a Mega Knight. It's still not enough. That's what's up, dude. That's how we play today. I'm going to log, and I'm going to cycle back to another log if I can. Maybe the Hog Rider just finishes everything off. Yeah, okay, cool. GG, well played and peace out, buddy. Pleasure stealing your trophies and asserting dominance against these mid-ladder strategies. Finally, the Mega Knight Inferno Tower player gets trolled by a 2.0 Elixir Hog Rider deck. When regular Hog Rider decks get hard countered, our deck out-cycles. We got a game against Mr. Dark Skull. I feel like I should be scared, but dude, this is not the horror movie that you wanted to experience. Hog Riders everywhere. From every single angle, you're going to be seeing a Hog Rider when you're sleeping, when you're dreaming. It's going to become a nightmare real fast. Maybe I can go in for a Dark Goblin here and then go for Skeletons. Dude, mid-ladder warriors, I'm telling you right now. Aggressive Ice Wizards, I've never seen that work out in my life. And here it is working for the first time. I do need to go in for an Ice Spirit here and then a Fire Spirit on top of the guards. Hopefully this works out in our favor. Yeah, it's not that much damage, but that Ice Wizard prediction on my Skeletons, like, wait, what? What am I living with right now? This guy is a monster. Okay, I'm going to Hog Rider when I'm at 4 Elixir because, as you guys already know, when you're running a fast cycle deck without a big spell and you're trying to meme around, if you get to the late game and they can afford all their Hog Rider answers, you're going to be screwed. You want to keep it low Elixir investment because you're going to probably get good Elixir trades with all of your 1-cost cards, because 1-cost Elixir cards in Clash Royale are actually straight up unfair and broken. So just wanted to let that you guys know in case you didn't know, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys know that 1-cost cards, Skeletons, Ice Spirit, Electro Spirit, give you such good Elixir trades that they're S tier in my eyes. Let me know down below in the comment section if you would nerf any of the 1 Elixir cost cards, Skeletons, or if you think that it's fair and balanced. I know there's a lot of different varying opinions on that, so I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. I'm going to go for a Hog Rider because obviously I want to keep this low Elixir, as I said before, and I'm going to go for a Cannon as well because I need to gear up for a proper defense. Electro Spirit's going to be able to chain onto everything, but yeah, it's a little bit more safe than dropping an Ice Spirit that I think would have been an okay play, but it wasn't super reliable. Notice how I let the Ice Wizard lock on my tower because it would have killed my Skeletons, and I needed the Skeletons to distract the Prince. I'm going to try to go for an Ice Spirit. The Ice Spirit didn't do it. I just really wanted that to work. I'm going to go Cannon so we can go and pull the Giant Skeleton, and I'm going to Hog Rider immediately. It seems like Cannon should be able to counter this. I don't know if it does. I'm going to rely on it countering it. It doesn't, right? Or does it? Please, please, please don't troll me right now. Oh my gosh. I was playing with a big bomb and we did not get blasted. That's awesome. I guess Cannon does completely counter a Giant Skeleton, even if, you know, it doesn't look like it. It will. Okay. I'm going to go for Skeleton so I can get back to it a bit earlier. And then I'm going to Electro Spirit since it does chain on everything, as I said before. I'm going to Ice Spirit here. I think I want a Hog Rider as well, just to go and pull things a little bit more. If I can cycle multiple Dark Goblins, I should be okay here. Yeah, look at that. And I can go Skeletons, go and pull back the Valkyrie. This is going so well. Please don't unveil a spell that I don't want to see. Well, that's not something I needed to see, bro. That was not part of the plan. I wanted the 3 Dark Goblin tiers on the map, bro. And then instead, you just gave me a tier instead. That's not necessarily a vibe, bro. We wanted the 3 Musketeers, but the scuffed version. Honestly, I think 3 Dark Goblins might be better than 3 Musketeers in some situations because of the range. All right, we have to Hog Rider because I need to be able to get damage when he's at a low Elixir count. And as you guys can see, the Giant Skeleton's so confused. It was going back, it was going forth, it didn't know where to go. Log isn't able to reach and kill this Dark Goblin right now because, you know, he had already dropped it. It's going to take another 3 cards for him to cycle back. So I'm going to rush through with my Hog Rider. We're expecting him to go Giant Skeleton on top of the Dark Goblin. It doesn't happen. He goes in for a Valkyrie instead. I'm wondering if the Ice Wizard is going to be good enough to slow down my Hog Riders. This has been so trolly. Every single one of our games today, it's been exceptionally wild. No way. We're going to be able to melt everything with 1-cost cards. This is incredible. What did it cost? Everything for our opponent and only 1 Elixir for us. Let's go. Cannons are broken. I'm going to go for a pre-log. Just try to hit anything if it's an Ice Wizard plus a Valkyrie or Ice Wizard plus guards. Maybe we can hammer 1 Hog Rider hit through. That's absurd. I didn't expect that to work so well. I thought he was going to drop more stuff. I was saying that, but I wasn't actually believing it. You guys saw the confidence, but let me be honest. I was shaking in my boots out here. I'm going to go for Electro Spirit, and he's going to Wizard. That's not necessarily good for me. Oh my gosh. Please get away. That is so scary. I need to go in for an Ice Spirit. I need to be able to pull the Giant Skeleton. If I don't, I'm not going to be able to pull off this win. Okay, I need to get back to another Cannon. I think I can. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go in for a Dark Goblin here. It looks like my fast cycling skills, the mobile gaming athlete experience, you guys are seeing it firsthand. Especially when I go and cycle my stuff right into a log that I wasn't supposed to. That's all part of the plan too. Please, 1 more Hog Rider hit. I would have won the game. Oh my gosh. I think we got to go in for one of these. Skeletons, Electro Spirit, log. Yo, log just doesn't do as much damage as it used to. It's a bit scary doing this. Trying to go in for log cycles is never really that reliable anymore. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to win this. All I need to do is stop the Harry Potter. I'm going to drop so many spirits that Wizard can't target them all at once. And we walk away with the win. Holy cow, that was ridiculous. Our opponent ended up having Ice Wizard, Prince, and a lot of high damage cost cards that were consistently spammed at the river. And when he went in for Ice Wizards or regular Wizard at the river to predict my skeletons, things just got spooky. But in the end, we haunted him and we pulled out the W. We got a game against Midnight, so I have no clue what this guy's gonna do. I just want to go in for an Ice Spirit and figure out his deck. Obviously, I feel like he's gonna be a pretty aggressive Sir looking at his names. I feel like he's gonna whip out some really random Electro Giant mirror deck with Elixir Collector and Tornado and maybe even a clone or something. That's what I'm just getting the vibe from this guy. All right, so he activates King Tower pretty early on. Not that bad for me. Oh wait, did I seriously get his deck correctly just based off of his name? These are the type of Electro Giant players that I'm used to playing against. Alright, the Electro Spirit's going to be able to chain on, and it looks like we're in a pretty good spot because I can cannon and pull the Electro Giant to the other side. We know he's going to mirror it. He's going to drop the other one at the river. It's so predictable. Are you kidding me right now? I can read these guys' minds. We're living rent-free in their brain out here. Here's the thing. Not a huge fan of playing against people that have cannon and also Tornado because my Hog Rider is going to have a miserable time trying to break through. But because he's running Electro Giant, I feel very comfortable dropping a Dark Goblin at the river and just saying his mechanics aren't good enough. Oh, no. Tell me it ain't so, bro. Your mechanics are supposed to be worse than that. Okay, he went and clicked the ability. Didn't expect me to have another 1 elixir cost card. That's a vibe. Because now we can counter that for, I guess, a good trade because we dropped 1 elixir cost cards and he clicked the 1 elixir ability. So, good trade overall. He's only going to have Tornado. That means that the Fire Spirit definitely does connect to the tower. Unless he tries to go and Tornado it backward. And then the Fire Spirit and the Hog Rider connect to the tower. That makes me happy. This is what life fulfillment is actually like. If you guys are wondering what the real meaning of life is, it's getting a Hog Rider and Fire Spirit to connect against these type of players. Okay, so we're going to go for an Ice Spirit since it does lock onto the tower. I wonder if I can get an Electro Spirit as well to chain on. I'm hoping that I can just get more damage. Seems pretty clean. Double E-Giants aren't too scary if I go for a Dark Goblin off to the side and then Fire Spirit and then cycle back. So we're going to log just because I think it's going to be a bit better for us to knock everything back and then go for another cannon, Dark Goblin here. I think I'm okay as long as the Dark Goblin stays alive. That was a pretty good Tornado on our opponent's end, so I'm a bit scared right now. But with a log Electro Spirit, do we finish this off without any real tower damage? Let's go. Only 1 hit. And he's saying, wow. He's like, dude, those are 2 E-Giants. That was my entire Elixir investment. And I couldn't break through you. That's the power of Dark Goblin plus Cannon. Cannon is one of the best defensive structures in the entire game. Okay, so he's going to Baby Dragon. Didn't see that card yet, so I wasn't expecting that. I'm going to Ice Spirit and I'll Electro Spirit. I think I can go in for a log, and then maybe the Electro Spirit can chain on to stuff. I don't know. Oh, yes, it kills. So I'm just going to spam stuff at the river right now so he can't E-Giant right now. I don't want him to mirror E-Giant. And if he goes in for the Tornado, the Dark Goblin locks onto the tower. Wow, I played that well. Let's get it. All right, so we can go for a cannon and skeletons up high so then that doesn't lock on. Oh, it kills the cannon though. This is actually looking a little bit scuffed. I'm going to have to Hog Rider at this exact moment so then he can't do any shenanigans that I'm not, able to defend. We get a cannon out of him, which is really optimal. I can Electro Spirit here and then get a Dark Goblin down again. So this Dark Goblin is going to be able to tank for the Baby Dragon so he doesn't get extra hits. And he gets 1 there. I think I'm going to go in for a log on the next cannon. And we'll see if we can snipe it. Wait. What is going on? He's going to go Bomber. That's a free log. That is free real estate up in here. We got the Hog Rider hit too. Oh my gosh. I got to beat this E-Giant player. This is what I need. I need this in my life. It's early in the morning. It's not midnight like your name, so you are just out of time, bro. It is not the time for you to shine. And that final Hog Rider hit was divine, finishing off this dirty Electro Giant player's tower and securing the W. So I haven't played much Clash Royale over the past 4 days because I've been moving from Boston to Seattle. So here we are in the brand new season, trying to kick it open. I'm going to go for Skeletons to shut down this Hog Rider because I dropped my cannon in an inconvenient position. And if we're playing Hog Rider versus Hog Rider, I've got a faster cycle than you. Probably. If you have a faster cycle than me, I'd be astounded. Okay, so looks like I do not want to go in the same side as our opponent because he'll just be able to go in for Musketeers or something and I won't be able to kill them because I don't have a Fireball. I go for Dark Goblin at the river and test this guy's speed. Oh man, I was hoping he was going to be a little bit worse than that. I wanted Daryl the Dark Goblin to pop off and give us the value. I think that I can go for a cannon here and completely counter the Hog Rider with no extra damage on my tower. That's a vibe. Good looks. I'm going to Hog Rider on the right-hand side, and he's not going to be back to Tesla because we do outpace him. I mean, the 2-point elixir cycle has to be good for something. If I don't get my damage in single elixir, I am 100% screwed because he's just going to Fireball, Rocket, or Earthquake me and double. So that's not necessarily going to be a good situation for me. Also, if he's got Earthquake for my cannons, I need to go for a cannon here and then go for an Electro Spirit to push the Hog Rider into the cannon every time. So there's going to be a lot of mechanical stuff needed for me if I get that type of matchup. I'm going to Hog Rider here with the Fire Spirit. We'll see if he decides to go for a Tesla like he should. Yeah, it does. I was hoping the Fire Spirit would go towards the tower. I was freaking out for a second. I was like, wait, is that actually better than I thought it was? Or am I going to be donating like negative elixir trade here? So I'm going to Electro Spirit on his Electro Spirit because I didn't know if he's going to go Hog Rider or not. Gonna Fireball, pretty smart idea. I think I need to go for an Ice Spirit to stun the Hog Rider. Otherwise, it will get a hit. Oh, let's go. Fire Spirit's incredible here because it's gonna give me a positive laser trade no matter what, right? You have to go in for a Skeleton Army or a Log or something. Oh my gosh, 300 damage. That's a freaking Hog Rider hit, bro. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. All right, negative trade here, dropping the Hog Rider and also a Log into the Skeleton Army. -3 actually, so that's not that good for us, but it is what it is. Eventually activates King Tower. I'm okay with that. I felt like that was eventually going to happen anyway. My Dark Goblin further back, he might have to Fireball into it. We'll see if he Hog Riders here. On the other side, he does. All right, we'll go Ice Spirit and then Skeletons afterward. He's not going to pre-log that. I'll log on the Hog Rider. I need to stop that. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. This is a wild game. He's going to log here, 100%. I want to go for an Electro Spirit, Fire Spirit, and then try to cycle back to another Hog Rider. If we can make that happen, that would be amazing. So we're back to Hog Rider. He's only going to have Skeleton Army in hand. So we're going to go in for the Hog Rider here, pull back the Valkyrie, and then pre-log, and then try to get away with the Skeleton's Electro Spirit on the other side. I didn't hit all the Skeletons, but that's enough to give us one hit. So I'll take that. Still kind of in a scuff situation because you guys already know if I'm not winning by a considerable margin, I will be losing as soon as he drops a spell on me. So I'm going to try to go for a Dark Goblin prediction on top of the building, and I wonder if the Hog Rider gets a hit. I think I played that about as well as I possibly could have. The Dark Goblin and the Ice Spirit in conjunction popped off and did work. Wait, the Dark Goblin's not going to die to the Valkyrie. Let's go. She almost went into the Valkyrie anyway. That was weird. It started targeting the Hog Rider when the Valkyrie wasn't dead, and I'm like, oh, don't do me like this. Don't curse me right now. Believe that we can make this happen. All right, so we're going to go Dark Goblin and Hog Rider. I dislike the fact that the Dark Goblin might walk up into the Tesla, and he has Musketeer as we expected. So the Musketeer is probably the scariest card for me because I don't have a good answer to that. Oh, wait, is the Dark Goblin going to be able to kill everything? Dark Goblin's literally on the other side, damaging down a Hog Rider and also destroying a Musketeer all by himself. That was crazy. My goodness. Okay, so we know the Skeleton Army is back in cycle, so I want to go in for an Electro Spirit with this Hog Rider. You go for a Hog Rider Valkyrie. I don't think you can break through if I Ice Spirit here. The Electro Spirit, is that going to allow us to get one Hog Rider hit? I feel like it should. If it doesn't, I'm super sad, sir. The Hog Rider is going to get damaged. Let's go. Double towers finishing off the Valk. I can Fire Spirit after the Skeletons are dead. Oh, the Skeleton hit the Fire Spirit, but maybe he doesn't know. Nah, he did know. That's unfortunate. All right, we're going to have to go for a Dark Goblin, Log, Ice Spirit, and then try to get away without dropping a cannon because I want to be able to cycle back to another Hog Rider so we can outpace him. I'm going to Fire Spirit here so then the Musketeer locks onto that instead of our tower, and then I'm going to Log again. So this is still a bit scuffed. I'm not a huge fan of the situation. Maybe we can just go in for a cannon a bit further away that he's not able to Fireball and hit the tower with, so that's good. I'm going to Electro Spirit, I'm going to Log, I'm going to try to make sure that the stuns aren't stacking together because then you're wasting a little bit of the stun. You don't want to go Electro Spirit and Ice Spirit at the same time because, you know, that's wasted time. All right, we're in a cannon here that pulls the Hog. That's a vibe. So now he's just trying to Fireball me so he can get the damage. I need to Log that. Oh my gosh, please. It didn't get the hit. 15 seconds remaining. Okay, he's going to be able to Fireball me any second, so I need to rush through with this Hog Rider right now. I need to drop everything on the right-hand side and just all in. We need one Hog Rider hit. He's Fireballing on defense. He doesn't have enough. There's no way, unless you like cycle back to a Fireball in 2 seconds, which I don't think is possible, we walk away with a win. Love to see it, guys. That game was so clutch. And obviously a pretty big hard counter to us because he could Fireball on top of my tower. And if he got this Hog Rider through once, we were pretty much screwed. He could have also set up defensive Teslas because I can't snipe it with Dark Goblins and I have no spell to be able to break through. So I'm surprised he didn't set up more of those. If I try to snipe the Tesla that's underground with my Dark Goblin, the Dark Goblin just walks into it and dies. So I have to drop things in front of the Dark Goblin, which is really not efficient for me to snipe it. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an awesome rest of your day.